Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are making chicken roast with some potatoes. I'm gonna kind of run through everything with you and kind of show you my prep as well. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment, and if you have any other suggestions, then please feel free to let me know. Thank you. Guys, to start with, I'm going to run through the ingredients with you. So we have Lancashire Farm natural yogurt. We're going to use half a tub of this for the chickens. We have 2 types of tandoori masala. Now this is obviously in a different pot. It's not a dolmio make. It's not dolmio make. And then we've also got this tandoori masala, which seems to be a tropics make. Now it is halal as well, but both of these are different flavours, hence why they're different colours. As you can see, that one's a bit more light brown. And then we've got dried danya, as we used in the other tutorial. So now this is basically dry coriander. We also have Peri rub, which is an East End make. We're going to probably use half of this bag. We've got some general potatoes which we're going to chop and peel and put in with these 40 drumsticks that we've got washed and ready to get marinated. So guys, we've got 4 potatoes today that we are going to peel just to kind of start off with. So just put my hair back, if it goes back. So I'm just going to peel the potatoes, all 4 of them. So all 4 potatoes are now peeled, so I'm just gonna rinse them and bin the peels, the skin. So guys, we are going to chop the potatoes into 4 pieces. So just to start off with, so you can see, straight through the middle. You can chop them as small as you want and however you want. I'm just gonna chop them for small pieces. A reasonable size piece, about that big. It's alright, not too bad. And just chop these as well, just like that. Chop this as well. So, as you can see, I've just chopped them like that. Now what I'm going to do is make the base for the marinating. Right guys, so we're just going to start adding the things in. So to begin with, I didn't mention in the start that we've got some olive oil. This is just 2 tablespoons, so do add some olive oil in just to give it some, well, just to stop it from sticking to the grill, sticking to the tray when it's in the grill. We're going to put about half a tub of yogurt in, natural yogurt. So I'm just going to kind of let that pour a little bit. Could do with a bit more. Not that much. Yep, so that's about half a tub. Actually, I think I've taken a bit more out, so I'll just scoop some back in. Just from the top though, so I'm not kind of getting the oil in as well. And just give that a mix. Yeah, perfect. So that's exactly how much we need. You can always put more in if you do like it quite base full, but it's down to you. So we've got the yogurt in there. Now we're going to add this tandoori masala that I showed you to begin with. So I'm going to put in 4 mountain tablespoons. So that's 1, 2, 3, and last one, 4. Then I am adding this tandoori masala and I'm putting 4 mountain spoons of that in as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and final spoon. Ooh. That's it, 4. Then I am adding 1 tablespoon of dried danya. Again, mountain, so I think that's reasonable. Pop that in. So this is based on 40 drumsticks. Obviously you don't have to make as many as that, you can make as much as you want. So just according to how much you make, just make sure it's all in proportion. Then what we're going to do, so with this Peri East End rub that I showed you earlier in the video, I'm going to put half the packet in. So with it being at about there, I'm aiming for it to be about mid-chilli, about there, to that line. Is that right? Maybe a bit lower, maybe there. So I'm going to basically keep adding teaspoons till I've reached that. So we'll count it along. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Got 3 mountains. We've still got quite a bit to put in. We've got 4, 5, 6. Still got quite a bit to put in, so 7. I think that should be about enough. Yeah, put about 7. No, put about 8 in. Put 8 in. It's all down to preference. I mean, we kind of like it flavoured. So 8 should be more than enough for us. Generally you'd get your hands in there and kind of mix it, but I'm holding a spoon, so I'm just going to use my spoon and just kind of mix all that flavouring and the yogurt and the oil. Now as you can see, it does seem quite dry, so I am going to keep mixing just to kind of get it to the texture, but if I feel it's too dry, just add more yogurt. There's no problem with that whatsoever. Some people may just want to use their hands to kind of just get in there and make sure it mixes well and there's no lumps or anything, lumps of spices, so you can do that if you want. So it seems like it's now mixed quite well. If you're still not sure, you're more than happy to kind of just use your hands or a blender even. With that being said, we will now basically just put the chicken and the potatoes in. So, right, so I've got about 40 chickens. I'm not going to just throw it in. I'm just going to kind of put a few in before the plate just falls everywhere. So at this point I'll probably need to use my hands to make sure all the chickens do get marinated quite well. So for that reason I will be removing my jewellery, my rings. I'd probably say it'd be wise to kind of mix half of them first before you just throw them in, because now it may be a bit difficult to kind of mix it all, but again it's up to you really. So I'm just kind of moving them one by one, just making sure that they are all covered. When I start putting them all out onto the tray, whatever I think could do with a bit more flavouring, I could just kind of leave it out. And once I've got more to the bottom of it, you'll probably find there's still loads of flavour there. So I can already see from like the sides there that there's still quite a lot from underneath, as you can see. So you could just kind of scoop it out and just put it on whatever doesn't have it. Let's get the drumstick in, help it get all that out. Again, giving all that a nice mix. So obviously these potatoes kind of still need covering them for. That seems good. So that's obviously got quite a lot of flavour on. Scoop some more out there. Put on this one. Make sure none are hiding. And there we go, got more there. So look at all that flavour that we've still got to kind of get up on all this. And this one. So I think that's a pretty decent mix there now. We've got a few potatoes, a lot of drumsticks and spreaded flavour. So now we can start putting it all onto the tray. So I'm just going to start putting it all on there. Some potatoes, some chicken. Kind of get a good mix in there. Put this in there. So I want to try to get as many as I can in there. So squeeze another potato in there. There we are, just like that. So we now have a mix of both. Try and squeeze another potato. Just pretty small size. There we go. Perfect. So I'm just gonna cover the tray with foil. So the steam in the oven allows the chicken to cook. Wrap the tray with the foil and just make sure it's fully sealed. We're going to leave it in the grill. So I've put it on gas mark 7. I'm going to leave it in there for about 30 to 40 minutes. I'll probably just check it after 30 minutes. It should be about cooked. If not, then I'll leave it for a little bit longer. After that, I will be taking the foil off and letting the oven heat dry off the water. So just like that, wrap it all up. and then I'll just put it in. There we go. Right guys, so the chicken has been in the oven for about 30 minutes. I'm going to leave it for about another 10 minutes just because it seems like it just needs a little bit longer. In the meantime, we are going to microwave some vegetables. We're going to microwave some vegetables. So what I have is, basically I bought these from Asda. It's got carrots, sweet corn and peas in it. You can get different ones. It's basically 4 bags that you take one out and you kind of microwave or even boil. It gives you the instructions to use it here anyway if you did need that. But I'm just gonna do this whilst the chicken finishes off. So the instructions state to put the vegetables in the microwave for about 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes. I've put it on for 2 minutes. Seems to have already been done. I'll just basically check that. No, it hasn't, it's still doing. So I'll put it in for about 2 minutes and then hopefully I'll take it out, following the instructions, leave it to kind of cool down for a minute and then drain the water out of it. And then hopefully by then the chicken should be ready to just kind of like be put on full heat into the oven to allow the water to kind of evaporate and cook the final little bit left, and then we can put it together as a meal. It's basically one portion of vegetables. So it's been about 40 minutes. I've checked the chicken, but it still needs to be cooked for a little while. So that's the peas, sweet corn and carrots basically boiling on my plate, ready for the chicken and potatoes. So I've left obviously the chicken in the oven on gas mark 7 for about an hour. So what I would advise is if you kind of wash your hands with freezing cold water after you've taken the foil off a little bit and just kind of like touch it just to see if it's cooked or not. So it's obviously cooked for myself. So what I'm going to do now is put it on gas mark 9 on full gas and just pop this in the oven to allow the excessive water to dry. As you can see, there's water there, so just to allow that to dry off and then kind of cook it all and do the last little bits and bobs. So I'm going to put it in the oven for about 5 minutes on gas mark 9 to see how it gets going, but the essential aim is to get rid of that water. Right guys, so I left the rest of the chicken to allow the water to evaporate for about 20 odd minutes. Again, it is down to you as to how cooked you do want it from the top, but I've just added some chutney. So I've put 2 potatoes in, 2 pieces, 3 drumsticks, some vegetables, and I've just kind of just put the chutney all over, the mint sauce all over it. And that's it guys, you've got your grilled chicken drumsticks with potatoes and veg. Again, you can add broccoli, sprouts, anything of the sort. I will have the calories listed below down in the description box. And the steps will also be in the description box below. And if you have got any questions, please do comment below or individually text me or message me on Instagram or Facebook, which is also written above and below. And other than that, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And hope to see you guys next week. Thank you.